I'm laughing at your facial expressions, trying to figure that out.
Best.
Hey, everybody, I'm just trying to manage this. Oh,
I just watched your interview about the Pride event. Awesome job.
my apologies, my computer is super slow.
Test, test, test.
I can hear you.
Okay. I do that a lot at work. I'm like, oh man.
For some reason, um, it looks like we have a Joe Borman. So I will keep them because they're not a member of the committee, so they will be in.
I think that's ECAP.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. So promote to a panelist. No. They won't join anyway, so it won't let me do it. So question for folks that maybe you can assist me with. Do I press record? I do. Okay.
See, Liz, all the reasons why you can't leave us.
All right. So where is the record button?
Bottom center.
Right in the middle. It's literally right in the middle. Oh, look at that. All right, folks. So I think 6:33, we have quorum. I'm going to press the record button. I am sure. Do I record to the cloud or this computer? The cloud, I'm assuming. I have it for the record that there were lots of people throwing up like a emoji of hands being confused. I'm going to do it to the cloud because it's on theirs. And quite honestly, I don't trust my computer right now.
Recording in progress.
All right. So remote meeting procedures. In keeping with an act relative to extending certain state of emergency accommodations, this meeting will be conducted remotely over Zoom. Attendance by board members or committee members will be remote, and remote attendance shall count towards quorum. This meeting shall be broadcast live and recorded on ECAT. To use Zoom, you'll need to use the link in your agenda. I did that. Or you can create an account, use one or call in numbers that are listed. You will need the webinar ID to join by phone only. While conducting meetings remotely, we will endeavor to keep meeting operations as close to standard procedure as possible. However, use of this platform will necessitate some additional meeting protocols. While the board members or commissioners and applicants will be on video or audio, public participants will join the webinars as attendees, meaning they're muted with no video feed from them. During the public testimony portion of the meeting, members of the public can be recognized by using the raise hand function found under participants from Zoom, or make a request with the Q&A function. If you're joining only by phone, you can press *9 and raise your hand. If an applicant wishes to display materials, please make the request to the chair and email materials to board staff for creating it on screen. When starting testimony, please state your name and address for the record. There's a markup function in Zoom, which will allow you to call out specific areas of presentation materials. As any public meeting, indecent behavior will not be tolerated, and anyone who abuses use of the meeting platform will be terminated from the meeting. Business will be handled at the times indicated on the agenda. Business not concluded in the allotted time will be tabled at the end of the meeting to allow for timely logons and remote attendance. Board members are asked to announce themselves when making a motion and second, so that it will be clear to the audience and minute takers who made the motions. All votes will be by roll call. When all business indicated in the agenda has been completed, the members will vote to adjourn the meeting, signaling the end of the meeting and termination of the ECAT recording. All participants will be disconnected from the webinar at that time. Applicants will join that webinar as an attendee and promoted by panelists, their agenda item. Applicants will then be able to share their screen and present materials. As much as possible, presentation materials should be provided beforehand and located in permanent eyes. I don't know what that even means, and to be included in the public record. Individual board chairs and staff may wish to screen share on their computer. Applicants are encouraged to speak with staff prior. So that is what I had here. There were two different ones, but I read the ones that were there. All right. So thanks, Kathy. I appreciate your support here. All right. So here we go. Do I have a motion, or we're looking at the agenda to review and approve? Nope. To review and approve the minutes. Did y'all get those?
Yes.
Can I ask a quick clarifying question? So
Sure.
Kelly, I'm glad you're here. Are you back to take minutes for us, or are you just a super fan?
No, well, both. I'm a super fan, so yeah. But no, I'm still gonna take the minutes. I cleared that.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I cleared that with the town before I left. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. I just wasn't here last month because I took Penny to Las Vegas. So
Oh, fun.
yeah, but I'm back now and I'm excited, and I'm really sorry that I haven't been around. I had every intentions of helping with Pride and everything, and joining the meetings, but starting a new job, it's been kind of crazy. So I apologize.
I'm glad you're back. Beth, Philip Adams is in the attendees queue.
Oh, I tried to move him in. Hold on. He was in as a panelist. And then he went out, so. All right, there we go. All right, I think the gang's all here. Fantastic. All right, so looking at the agenda, review and approve the minute.
I'm glad it wasn't me. I just tried 2 computers and 3 different browsers, and I just sent an email. I said I can't get in, but okay.
No, 100%
Thank
it was
you.
me. No,
Okay.
it was 100% me. I will take full
I was so
ownership.
confused. All right, thanks.
All right.
I moved to the minutes.
I
Second.
can,
Did you get to read through them, Kathy? Because I don't know if everyone did. I was actually gonna move it to next month.
Okay, so I have
No.
2 separate motions. So Amy, yours is a move
Amy, why do you
to,
want it moved?
I'm sorry?
I was asking Amy why she wanted it moved. Like what?
Oh,
what-
my first thing is a question if anyone got to review them because they got sent out later, or I don't even know if I saw the email go through. So,
I did get them.
okay,
read.
great. Then let's approve them. Liz and I wrote them, so I'm happy to approve them. So,
If you wrote them, they're great.
I changed to seconding Kathy to approve them.
All right. So Kathy's motion, Amy second. Sorry, Craig, I can see you. You are a panelist. It is more of your camera, I think. So you're showing as a,
Craig, you're muted too.
yeah, you're showing as a panelist. So, all right. So we have a motion, we have a second.
all
Roll
right,
call.
well, Craig figures that out. Is Philip a voting member?
I believe he is, right? You are a full member? Oh, Kathy says so.
Yes.
I believe part of the, let me look at the agenda. I honestly don't know the answer to that. So,
I believe so. I was appointed, so.
yeah,
All right. So if you're
Oh.
appointed, you're a voting member.
Yeah.
So alphabetically, you are first. So you would say your last
Oh.
name and yes or no.
Sorry. Adams, yes, I vote to accept.
Craig's unmuted. He's closer. All right.
I'll go. We can come back. to him.
Bornstein, yes.
Durance, yes.
Devonshire, yes, and I think I heard Craig say yes.
Oscar, yes.
Hirschman, yes.
Gershman, yes.
All right. So everybody voting to approve the minutes. Great. Craig, did you try to come in? I thought I could have sworn that I heard you a little bit. So
I have not heard him.
All right, it was more muffled than anything. All right, so the next agenda item is a membership update. So we have 2 open slots on the HRC, Liz, which none of us are happy about, and not that we're happy about Cheryl's either. They will both be missed very, very, very much. So Liz, I can't thank you enough for everything, especially tonight as I navigate this, never having done it before. So we will go from there. If you,
Hey,
yeah.
Liz, she has been one of the most wonderful members of the committee, and we are devastated that you better come back. Yay!
I don't think I will be gone for long, but after 7 years, I think it's time for me to step back for a little bit. But thank you. I appreciate that. I'm very proud of the work that this committee has done and what we've grown to be and how functional and well-oiled we are. So we're on a good path going forward.
I think that's you and the work you did for this committee over those years. So you really founded it and you got it moving, and look where we are today. Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
Much, much appreciated. So with that, it means that we're down 2 members. So if folks know of people looking for a great volunteer opportunity, please let them know. And I am sure that folks at the town hall will be more than happy to assist them, get sworn in, and be able to become voting members.
And I will send that out to the ally list.
Oh, perfect.
I also reached out when Cheryl said she was leaving. I reached out to one person and gave Karen both of the names of the 2 people who applied the last time.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be back at full steam moving forward. Events and projects, Pride event. Amy, why don't you take it away? Where are we? I will put my plug in, please volunteer, because we need them. And I have sent it multiple times. So even if you plan on being there the whole day, and I guess I should take my own advice, just sign up so we can get a good count of who will be there.
I can give updates, but I want to give Chief Adams a chance to just acknowledge that there's been some, negative feedback online, and I know that we've got 3 officers who will be present, and the NRT is aware of the situation. I invited Jen to the meeting, the director of the NRT. She's not overly concerned, but rather be safe than sorry. She wanted me to let you know that they have radios that they're going to give, the key people in charge, and including the police officers, I think, to make sure people are in constant communication. She did mention that it's private property, so we could ask people to leave if needed, if things got out of hand. But, there was negative feedback online last year too, and it was the most celebratory, peaceful event that you could imagine. So I'm gonna hope that this year's the same. And I think if there's anything we can do, if you have ideas or thoughts about like what we should do protocol wise, let us know, because this is only the 2nd year. We're like new to planning an event this size, so we're learning as we go. So I'd love to hear if there's anything we can do to support you, and thanks for being aware and being here.
Yeah, so no problem at all. So, what you're referring to on social media seems pretty isolated. And like you said, you had some of that negativity last year. I don't see it becoming an issue. I think we'll keep our eye on it, and if there's more that comes up, we'll certainly deal with it then. We have 3 details scheduled, which is 2 more than last year. There's going to be 1 in each entrance. That's going to be mainly for traffic, and then 1 inside. They will be, the only thing I will say is that with the amount of overtime that we have right now, details are not really being filled by full-time officers, but we have retired special officers that I anticipate will take the details. And if that doesn't happen, we send them out of town. We generally fill details the day before, because if we can't fill them, other towns won't try to fill them any more in advance than the day prior, but I'll see if we can fill it as a department on like Friday, and then I'll have a better idea. But I think we should be able to get some officers down there. I'll also advise the shift, let them know the events going on in the event they're needed down there, which, you know, we obviously hope that's not necessary at all. And as you said, it is private property. If it becomes an issue, the NRT has the right to tell anybody to leave if they're being disruptive. So, are there any other questions I can answer with that?
No, but just to like say it publicly and to squash any of the negative comments. It was in reference to our reading area and our story time. The reading area and story time is sponsored by the Ames Free Library. The children's librarian from the library will be reading, and she is aware and has vetted all of the literature that will be open for public consumption. It's all kid friendly, like the youngest of kids. It's primarily about, you know, acceptance and kindness and being yourself, and that is it. So that's our plan.
Very good.
And
Is there anything?
it was the same thing last year, right? There was a reading area and it wasn't over to the side. It's not the main event. And
Yep, last year we had author Carrie Nolan reading. She's not available this year, but the only new addition is that the Ames Free Library is bringing a service dog, and kids can sign up to read books to the dog. So that's pretty cool. And hopefully no objections to a cute pup.
I don't think so. I think some of the, you know, it would be helpful if folks knew what was going on. They could tune in and listen as to what the agenda actually is. So I appreciate Amy for kind of correcting some of the mistruths that are out there.
All right.
Go ahead.
Sorry, is that, do you need anything else from me, or?
You're good. It sounds like you are quite busy, so don't worry.
No, I don't want to rush off. I just haven't cooked the kids dinner
That
yet.
was it. Just like, if anything else changes between now and then, and there's anything we can do to support you, or anything we should differently, just let us know. I mean,
No, absolutely, and I'll be in touch up until, you know, I fill the details and through the weekend with all of you. Okay.
awesome.
Great. Sounds
Yep,
good.
and
Thanks so much.
reach out if anything comes up.
All right,
Thanks.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Amy, do you want to fill us in on some of the other, as we are
Yes.
6 days?
How many days? I don't know. But right now it's supposed to be 75 and sunny, so that's really good. Okay, we're in such good shape. Vendors, we have like over 30 vendors at this point, which is pretty exciting. Jen Cummings is aware because it's more than we thought. I think because the weather is so good, we've even had a few new requests to be vendors come in this week. One is, and Jen said we could use our discretion and say yes, like we can squeeze some more people in, but one was a Beth, like I asked about an additional food truck and she was like, so because the taco guy, but I would love to get back in touch with him and ask him to come next year. A couple of the new people that have asked are Hugs, that nonprofit in town, and Wheaton, their GSA. So I think I'll say yes to those two. one of them was also a photographer who volunteered her time to do a photo booth and take photos. And Michelle, you know,
Is
I
that
reached
Michael
out.
Owens?
Yeah.
Okay, because I got a message. I was just looking it up. I got a message through Facebook from him today.
Okay.
He was looking
It's-
to connect with somebody.
Yeah, I just got in touch with them today, and I'm psyched to have them do it so you can focus on other stuff too. I like, please take more pictures, but I think it'll be cool to have a photo booth and have them there too. So
Awesome.
yeah. I'm meeting with Jen at 10 on Thursday to map everything out and go over any last minute details. It's I can't believe how much it's grown. Like, I don't even, last year I went to Jen with a map of like a proposal of how to fit everything in. This year I have like no idea what to do. I'm going with numbers and diagrams and probably like some Monopoly pieces or something to try to like put things together, but I'm excited to do it, and I've got my spray paint to mark stuff off. We're good. What else? I actually wrote a list. I want to give the Ames Free Library another shout out because they sent a really nice email in reference to like the reading area, and Alicia was amazing. So thanks to her. I did want to say, for any HRC booths, I want to make sure that people are thinking about tables and tents if they want them. So we'll have our standard HRC booth. I know that Karen, I wish she was here because I know that Kirsten's going to do face painting. Emma's going to do tie-dyeing of HRC t-shirts, and we've got all the stuff for that, like including a table, but that means we don't have a lot of extras. Like Kathy, I'm wondering if you have a table.
My tablecloth, my table, my chair, all set.
Okay, and I have my bag, and I've even organized and labeled everything, my bag of like HRC booth in a bag. So, and stickers and all that good stuff. So if you've got the table and the tablecloth, we're good.
We're good.
And if anyone's planning on doing anything else, like it's bring your own table at this point. So just thought I'd say that.
So I have chairs. Does anybody else need chairs? Should I bring 4? I'll bring them and then we can use them if we need them.
Yeah, I think whatever you've got, bring it, because you know someone's gonna forget, you know. I've already got a few vendors asking for tables, and the NRT is lending us some extras, but it's kind of limited. So I don't know, that's it. I am like worried that I'm not more worried. So if anyone has like specific questions, ask away. The DJ is all set. I did buy her a little disco ball, Beth. One more thing. Esme just emailed me today. She still wants to speak. How do we feel about opening remarks, keeping it short and sweet? Or do we just agree? I know we had agreed before, no speeches. I'm wondering what everybody thinks.
So I will tell you what I think. I think it's fun. I would do it the middle of the day and just thank everybody for being here and say what you want to say. And then that's it. Short and sweet. My vote.
Do you know what she wants to talk about or say?
That's what I was gonna ask. Or how long?
Nope. I think we can say what we want, and then she can say yes or no. It's so late in the game. Like,
and again, I'm more inclined. My fear, Kathy, about in the middle is things were just going last year. It was nice, and I don't want to disrupt a flow of some sort. I wonder, right? So last year we had folks, I mean, we said thank you at the end, right? If that's when folks want to go, because it's kind of over at that point, and we thank folks for coming out. The other thing could be, you know, the story hour, the library is over to the side, and you know, you don't have to go over there if you don't want. It's I didn't find it disruptive at all. You know, I could notice that little kids were running at certain times as opposed to others, and maybe that's something that we do. Or we just wait until the end again, because I don't think that, you know, if it's less than a minute, that's different than 5 minutes at the beginning of the event. And I don't think that anybody else is planning on speaking.
Yeah, I think that too. I mean, we haven't really, it would be different if it was like last year, like you said, it was just there's a nice flow to it. And there's not really like any other speakers. So it would be kind of just odd, I think, to even for her to like talk about her own like experiences, I don't think is as necessary, although it's important. I almost think just like something short and like thank you, like you said at the end. Like, and it like this is important to us in the town, and kind of keep it at that. Just to keep the, like, I guess like the vibe flowing.
I mean, I would say either, you know, the end or the beginning, and the remarks could be short.
The problem with the end and the beginning is there's nobody there. There's very few people at the beginning and there's very few people at the end. So I guess I maybe figuring out like what she's going to say, because I think at noon, if you said, we are so happy to be here with all of you and blah, 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 you know, 10 minutes or not even 10 minutes, 3 thanking everybody and saying why we're here and what we're doing would be fine. But I'm fine.
The other thing is, so there's a couple of announcements we'll have to make throughout, like go sign up to read to a dog, whatever. We could work it in with that. Alicia had kind of like a schedule she wanted to follow, because it's different people bringing there's 2 dogs actually bringing them, so she had to give them like a time frame. You know, they're only good for they can only do it for like an hour, so we could work it into that. And I'm wondering if someone from the HRC, Beth, wants to like partner with Esme, and so we could just have 2 people say thank you very quickly and that's it. Or I don't know.
Yeah, I think the biggest, and I'm happy to say, you know, thanks for coming. I think we had Lena do it last year, right? We had our DJ do it. Yeah, Lena did it. So I think it's just hard because we have no idea what she wants to say or how long her remarks are. So it's difficult for us, because I think a 5-minute speech in the middle of the event, when we haven't really planned for that and it's only a few days before, I just don't know how it impacts things, right? I'm thinking of the NRT.
Yeah, no,
different. Yeah,
I don't think Esme even has a plan yet. I think if we let me ask her, and let's maybe we agree that a 30-second thank you is appropriate, and that's it. And if she wants to do that, fantastic. If not, we let it go.
Yeah, I think that's, if they want to be this, but absolutely, if she wants to kick that off, say thank you, and that just makes sense to me. I'm just, especially when we don't have other speakers, it's not something that we plan for. I want to be mindful of, and who knows, right? Every year is different. I just thought last year worked so well with the flow and just.
Yeah, I think what I want to say to Ez is, like, our primary goal is to keep it light and happy and celebratory, period. And that's what last year was, and that's the vibe we're going for again. So regardless of 30 seconds or 2 minutes, you know, like, that's the goal.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay.
All right, what else?
That's all I got, other than like asking for everybody to do one more push to promote it, and also the Beanery fundraiser too that's happening this week.
Yeah,
I already got my pride drinks. Did everybody else? Does anyone want me to deliver one sometime this week?
I'm going tomorrow to get mine. I've been in Boston for the past couple of days. How is it?
How is it?
It's good. It's a very light. Emma had some too. It's a lemony green tea. It's heavy on the lemon, light on the green tea, but it was very refreshing, and the sticker was just adorable. So,
All right. Do we know how they're doing? Has anybody bought one?
no,
Besides-
I was so excited. I was the first one to buy one, they said. So that was like really early,
That's awesome.
early Monday morning.
Oh, wow. Okay. And how about volunteers? Are you okay with volunteers for the day?
No, we need more.
We need a few more. I know a couple people that are additional people that are coming who have not signed up, and like Kathy, I don't think you're on there, and I don't think Leon's on there.
Oh, so we'll both be there.
But like, and my parents aren't on there, and I'm gonna assign them to things. And if we could get a few more people to sign up, that would be great. I do think we would probably be okay if it was like last year. If it gets much bigger, I don't know.
I have a couple more yeses too. I sent them a thing, but I'm pretty sure that they haven't actually like filled it out. But so I have a few more verbal yeses, like you said.
Yeah, but like Tristan, Emma, like you guys are gonna do tie-dye, like she's already accounted for, you know.
Yeah, no, I have G and Taylor are definite yeses, and I sent them the form so they could write it down, but they can do something too.
Okay.
So I got our tablecloth and it looks really good. I haven't put it on a table yet. We've got a great big HRC emblem on the front, so that will be good. And the second thing is I am applying for the grant. It's actually for next year. It's not this year.
Okay.
It's due on 2 days from now.
I have lots of language if you need anything, Kathy.
So actually, Amy, if you can send me your whole, like, don't you have like a whole Google something?
Yeah, I'll send you some stuff.
Because you need to fill in like what the activities are and the budget and all that. I'll put it all together. We'll see what happens. And then maybe we'll $2,500 going into next year.
I don't know if we did an update. Oh, Liz, do you have an update specifically about Pride?
I do. So you mean in terms of
Budget,
payment and accepting
like
money?
sponsors. Yeah, sponsors.
I can do that. Yes. So the treasurer update is pretty much Pride related. So the total amount we have in our account as of the middle of the day today was $4,242.04. The changes from last month fall into two categories. So one is the appropriation from town of the Stonehill funds in the amount of $2,500. And then the remaining amount is a series of donations from community businesses and members that totaled $1,450, I believe. And that was from 4 separate vendors.
So for the grant, we need expenses of at least $2,500.
We definitely have that in the budget. I mean, Amy could speak more to that.
Amy, if you send me the stuff, will I be able to see that?
I'm gonna send you a bunch of stuff, Kathy, and maybe I can even call you after this, because it's not all like in one place, but I'll even send you like the one pager that I prepared for the select board, that has language, and then some like a press release, and whatever you need. Yeah.
Let me give you another. So let me say also, that donation amount was as of May 24th. So it's possible we have received others. I have not been to town to check the mailbox. I can hopefully do that Thursday or Friday.
I checked Friday and there was nothing in it.
Okay. So Amy and I can check at the end of the week to see if anything else comes in. Otherwise, I would use these funds as our base amount. The other part I wanted to give an update on was accepting payments. So the town thought it was getting closer to being able to accept Venmo. They cannot, but they do have a mechanism of accepting funds online. The part that I'm not sure about is if it would cover payment for items like, you know, a t-shirt or anything else we might be selling compared to a pure donation. So I'll show you what this website is right now. And I think if we want to use this, you just put this on a QR code and have people navigate to this from their phones. It's not particularly intuitive. It's, you know, several clicks on the town website to get here. But basically, once you get to this page, you can click on donation and you can see that Human Rights Committee is a line item. I'll try and make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Are we gone? All right.
Nope, I got it.
All right, you got it? Okay. So you see right here, if you click on donation, you could click Human Rights Committee right here and type in your donation amount, and you just have to put that information in. I'm not sure what it's going to look like on the back end, but the one part to note is that there's a fee, almost a 3% fee for people to do this. So not fantastic, but if people are willing to do it, it's an option. So what I don't know is whether we could use this if someone wanted to buy a t-shirt. And that's something Amy and I can look into later this week.
What if I was at a fundraiser and somebody had their personal email Venmo that was set up, and the person just said what it was for, and then that person could just write a check or whatever. So it all goes to that person and then they send it. Because I've already bought a t-shirt, right? So I know that I have to pay the HRC for it. So how could we do it that way?
So you're saying like an HRC member volunteers to funnel the stuff through their personal Venmo. So I would say in terms of fiscal practices, that would not be appropriate or encouraged. You know, that would probably be considered commingling because it's going through your personal account, even if you're a meticulous record keeper and everyone's written their notes and all, you know, everything lines up at the end. The potential for something going wrong is fairly high. If we created a unique Venmo account for this event, like Easton Pride, I'm not super Venmo savvy, but if that's possible, that might be a way to collect it through there.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. It's still going to be linked to somebody's bank account.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, so if it's required that it's linked to a bank account of some sort, then I would say no.
And there's no ATM machine at the NRT. So, do you know when the town might get Venmo?
I only got email updates of the collector looking into this, and I was not part of the conversations about what the obstacles were, but it's, you know, it's certainly larger than our committee. So I think especially since I know Venmo has changed some of their tax collecting rules for this fiscal year and last fiscal year, or I'm sorry, this fiscal year for 2023. I'm sure those affect a town's ability to have an account on there. But so the short answer is no Venmo for this weekend. This is a possibility. It certainly works for donations if people want to pay the fee. Unclear whether it works for a payment of an item. And I'll look into that.
I'll create a QR code and like sheet and have it ready in case we want to use it. I think that I would definitely put like there's a 2.95% fee on it because I don't want people to get angry. But if they're really want a t-shirt and they're willing to like go through this website. I mean, we have t-shirts. It's still a donation back to the HRC. I don't know.
And the convenience fee is not collected by the town, correct? It's collected by the bank?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
then people, I feel like that was a question we got over and over again last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like the desire and the demand is there for Venmo, but this is one of the limitations of us being a town committee versus an independent nonprofit or other organization.
Thank you. This is actually better than I didn't even know this existed, Liz. So I don't know if this is new.
This is new.
Okay, this is a step in the right direction.
Mhm.
Craig, I think we can hear you.
Craig's sound is working.
Craig, we can hear you now.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on at this point.
Yep, we can hear you.
So that's good. And I clicking buttons all over the place. I actually slammed the computer a couple times, but so I'm glad you can hear me, but you can't see my pretty face. So I'm sorry about that.
All right, so that's all I have in terms of treasure related updates.
That's all I got for Pride. We just gotta let it happen.
Yeah, I have nothing but confidence in you, Amy. Nothing but confidence. I think it's gonna be great. So
You're muted, Kathy.
Are you meeting tomorrow night?
Yes. Yeah. If anyone wants more details or last minute, I still have a hefty enough to-do list. So happy to share updates or answer questions.
all right. If I have to pick up my aunt who's 98 at the airport and is flying in from Cleveland. So if someone could just remind me, I'm gonna try to get on.
Okay.
But yeah, duty call. All right, Juneteenth event. I guess I can lead the update. There are about 5 speakers on the 19th beginning at 10 over at the Civil War Monument. We met last week. I actually owe them a bio because I'm one of the speakers. Everybody has a little bit of an agenda, just some prepared remarks, and then there will be a picnic of some sort right after. So encourage folks. I know that the proclamation will be there as well. So if you haven't signed it, this is a good opportunity for folks to do so. Any other questions? Updates?
You said that's going to be on the 19th?
Yeah, on Juneteenth. Yep.
Yep, at 10 a.m.
Yep.
At the monument.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there a flyer?
There is actually. I can share it with folks. I think it was being finalized. I'll make sure I have a to-do list.
It's final. I did
tomorrow. Yeah.
All right,
I'll send it.
I'll send it to the allies once it's finalized.
Okay. I think it is. Honestly, it's just been really crazy busy in my house the past couple of days, so my apologies. Regarding Juneteenth. I think it's going to be a good event. There's hopefully, I had no idea what the Civil War Monument was, so it was a nice opportunity to kind of get that word out. As far anything else on Juneteenth? All right, I think Easton is done on the 14th, so they'll already be out. Partner Collaboration Superintendent Committee. We meet next week, and I don't have anything from last week as well, or from last time. Michelle, do you have anything over from the superintendent's office that you want to share?
No, well, there's hold on, I want to look it up. Tomorrow night, I think it's at 5:30, the DEI community meeting, the next one will be held at Simmons Hall. Anyone that's interested in attending that. It's just a continuation of the conversations that started at the last meeting. And you'll be out in time for the Amy's meeting.
Or to pick my aunt up at the airport. There's also, I don't know if you all got it, they're looking for somebody to sit on the DEIA search committee. So if there's somebody from this committee who wants to sit on it, please let me know. I think we would want to have representation. So if that's something, did you all get that email? Okay.
Only, I think only parents of kids in the
Okay.
school system would have gotten that email.
Okay, yeah, because it's, the makeup is the assistant superintendent, the director of HR, school committee member, Easton Public School administrators, 2 teachers, elementary and secondary, 1 para-professional, 1 support staff, 2 parents, and 2 students. So Kathy, that's probably why.
What position is it for?
DEIA, so Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Accessibility. So much needed. They, I know that Dr. Cabral and Kelly had asked for some feedback on the posting. I had chimed in a little bit on that as well. So,
Do you know what? I didn't read the email thoroughly. I think I got it, but do you know what being on a committee like that entails, like time commitment wise? Because I'd love to do it, but I don't want to sign up for
It
something
does
that I
list
can't.
the dates on the posting, Amy.
Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks, Michelle.
It's also submitting like a brief, not letter of intent, more like a paragraph of intent, why you want to be on the committee.
Yeah, there's also school like student slots, so I got the email too, so I can also show it to you, Mom, or anyone else who needs it, because I have the same information that was sent out to the parents.
Amy, were you asking about what the commitment is to serve on the committee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say anything that's a search committee is an intense month starting, you know, in the next week or something like that. It's my experience with the time frame.
There's a lot of meetings within.
Yeah, it lists the dates and times for you, Amy.
yeah, it's right at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so hopefully I would love to have someone from this committee who sits on that. I think it just makes good sense, especially given our wide kind of lens on DEIA issues. I think it's incredibly important. Liz, you jumped it. You gave your treasurer update. Do you have anything else?
No, just that there'll be a little bit of a gap probably because depending on when your next meeting is when you'll reelect chair and vice chair and a treasurer for next year. So just whoever that is, get in touch with me. I've noticed that I've notified the town that I'm going to be stepping down from this role and to expect someone new, and I will just help facilitate that transition over the summer.
All right.
Liz, do you know who's coming to the June 12th select board meeting for resources for the food at the Juneteenth event?
No, I have no idea.
I was planning on it. I just needed to double check. And if I can't, I will reach out to someone. And what time is it, Craig?
6 o'clock.
6. Okay.
I don't know what time that request would be set on the agenda, but the meeting starts at 6.
At the town hall.
At the town hall, yeah.
Okay. All right, and that's on the 12th. Okay. Website update, I don't have any. Does anybody have a website update? I know that Karen's been looking at it, so has Amy. Anything else? Amy's been a little bit busy with everything else that she's doing for Pride.
Pride is updated with a bunch of vendor logos. And
I did see that.
But other than that, I haven't updated any other pages.
I did see that. Looks good.
I should add Juneteenth. I'll add the flyer for Juneteenth.
Yeah, I have it here. Flyer to HRC. I just again, sorry, it's just been a busy couple days. Summer meeting schedule. We usually take a couple months off. Is that something that we want to do in July and August? I throw it out to the group.
I will share some historical context, which is that I think we have found in the past that depending on when NRT is in October and when our meeting times fall, it can be a bit of a crunch to get ready for whatever we're doing at NRT if we take July and August off. So normally one or the other has worked better for people's schedules to plan for NRT.
And
So,
particularly, we're going to have some new members. Need some time to be exposed to what goes on. It might be a good idea to meet at least once in the summer.
I thank you, Liz, because that's a very important point, because we are not going to be ready for October if we wait till September to start planning whatever we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, do we do July or August?
I'm more inclined to look towards August, because I feel if we meet in July, we might not have members yet. We might not know what we're doing for the NRT, whereas July could give us August could give us a little bit more time. Thoughts?
So I'm wondering if you might want to pick July, and then depending on what we want to do for NRT, we might need an August and a September. Because sometimes that planning process takes a little while. But either way.
So that would be July 11th. Do you want to plan on July 11th?
The question is, who could attend July 11th?
I think I can.
Liz, can you?
And I don't know. I was just tossing it out
There is public participation.
No, that makes sense.
I like where your head is, Michelle, and I wonder if we could even be so bold as to say maybe we come with some. Oh wait, no, it's June. Damn, never mind. July is the next meeting. Okay, I was gonna say let's be really ahead and think of some NRT ideas for fall, but that is next meeting, so. Whew.
Well, we could just give an update. We could use it to give an update on the other events and just go from there. All right, so July 11th at 6:30. Is that
But
what
I did research what kind what has worked really well for us has been a art installation, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. And so I think if people come with ideas, because the sooner we select what we're going to do, the easier it's going to be to plan for that event.
Agree.
Great. All right, so we'll plan on July 11th at 6:30. All right. Any other action items? I don't see any other public participation, folks. So that brings us to J, adjourn. Do we have do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Barger.
Second, Durance.
Fantastic. Let's call the roll.
Barger, yes.
Ornstein, yes.
Durance, yes.
Devonshire, yes.
Foster, yes.
Hirschman, yes.
Gershman, yes. Hey, yes. I'm pestered by a cat. Sorry.
I was like, you are battling down there in that corner.
Somebody needs to feed this cat. That's all I'm saying.
That was barking all the time with his tail.
All right, great work, everybody. I'll try, Amy, my best to make it tomorrow. And did you send out the invite?
No, it's
Okay.
always
It's always the same.
link,
Okay.
but I'll send a reminder tomorrow.
All right,
Yeah.
I will send out the stuff for Juneteenth, and I'll confirm about the 12th as well. So,
And Amy, just send me that spreadsheet so I can check it out.
I will. I'll send you a whole bunch of stuff, Kathy.
Good.
all right, fantastic, everybody. Happy Pride. All right, take care.
See you
Bye.
Sunday.
Bye.
Yay.
Record.